Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Competition Prep Zone. I'm Khushbu Tiwari and today we will cover about the modern history. So I know we are actually coming from after so long and we are posting a video. So we have come up with the GK and in the GK we will cover about the history, geography and the current affairs, all related questions. So let's start with the modern history. So friends, in the modern history, we are covering some MCQ related questions, which is actually useful for the UPSC IAS or the if you are preparing for the SSC exam, railway, MBA entrance. So these type of the questions are very useful in the modern history, and these are the questions which we are actually got for all the preparation exam preparations. So let's start first the modern history questions, and we can see that modern history questions there are many questions which is actually useful. And let's start with the first question. So that is, when was the National Council of Education established? So the word which you actually need to remember, that is the National Council of Education. So the dates will come like the first option, that is 15th August 1906, 15th August 1903, 15th August 1904, 15th August 1905. So the correct option is A option, 15th August 1906. So let's start with the second option. Second question is the indicate the correct sequence of the outbreak of revolt of 1857 in the following places. First Kanpur, second Lucknow, Allahabad. Now what they are asking here is about the sequence of the revolt of 1857. In the revolt of 1857, you can remember this keyword and you can go with the option as second, which is actually the Lucknow, which has come first, then Kanpur, then Allahabad. Coming to the third question, after the 1935 elections, the only two provinces out of 11 which had a non-Congress ministers were first option Bengal and Punjab, second is Assam and Kerala, third is Bengal and Assam, fourth is Punjab and Kerala. So the correct option is Assam and Kerala. And what you need to remember here, the keyword is the non-Congress ministers, which is actually after the 1935 elections. So this is the keyword which you need to remember. Coming to the next question, the first Indian governor of independent India general. So Rajgopal Achari, first option. The B option is Surendranath. Third is Rajendra Prasad. Fourth is B.R. Ambedkar. So you can actually remember his picture also. Like in Snap exam, they can ask you with picture. So you can remember is Rajgopal Achari. Coming to next question, when was the Muslim League established? The keyword which you need to remember here is the Muslim League. So the Muslim League established in the year of 1906. Who among the following from the first cabinet of independent India was responsible for mass religious conversion? So A option, Dr. S.P. Mukherjee. Dr. John Mathai, C. Sardar Baldev Singh, D. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So you can actually, what you need to remember here is the first cabinet of independent India and the mass religious conversion. So the responsible for the mass religious conversion is B.R. Ambedkar. Coming to next question, Mahatma Gandhi was first arrested during Satyagraha in the year 1906. B option 1908, C option 1930, D option 1917. So Satyagraha, which Mahatma Gandhi was arrested in the year of 1908. Coming to next question, who was the leader of the Bardoli Satyagraha? Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Acharya J.B. Kripalani. So the leader of the Bardoli Satyagraha is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Which movement's part was Gandhiji's Dandi March? So what you need to remember here is the Gandhi's Dandi's March mainly is responsible for the civil disobedience movement. That is the March to Dandi. The policy of the imperial preferences adopted by Britain in its colonies in 1932 is also known as the Hong Kong Agreement, B option London Agreement, Ottawa Agreement, D option Paris Agreement. Now, what you need to remember is the Britain in its colony is 1932. So, what will be the policy of the imperial preferences? So, 1932 and the Britain. So, you can relate with these words and you can go with the option as Ottawa Agreement. Coming to next question, in 1946 there was a mutiny of Indian ratings in Calcutta, Madras, Vishakhapatnam, Bombay. So the option is B. Answer is B. Madras. Why? Because in 1946 there was a mutiny of Indian ratings, which is actually in place in the Madras. Next question is Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place on the day of which day? So coming to the options, first is Pongal, second is Bakrid, third is Holi, fourth is Baisakhi. So the answer is Jallianwala Bagh is responsible for the took place in the Baisakhi. Who coined the term? So you need to remember this term for the depressed caste. So the coin for the depressed caste is the Gandhiji. B option Jyotiba Phule. Third is Ambedkar. Fourth is Nehru. So the answer is, sorry guys, so the answer is Gandhi. Coming to the next question, which act came to be known as the Black Act? So the Black Act is known in the year of the options. That is first Rowlatt Act, B 1935 Act, C 1919 Act, D 1909 Act. So the which came to be known as the Black Act is the Rowlatt Act. Coming to the next question, when was announced the formation of the Simon Commission? So this is very important question because Simon Commission is actually it is one of the main history's question. So we can remember with the options. January 1927, B option November 1927, October 1927, March 1927. So B November 1927. Who assassinated Gandhiji? A option N.R. Godse, B Ramdas Pillai, C Sujit Marat, D Paramdev Swami. Answer is N.R. Godse. So you need to remember with the assassination of the Gandhiji. Coming to the next question, when did the British government enact the Indian Independence Act? 11 July 1947, B 2nd June 1946, C 18 July 1946, D 20 July 1946. So what you need to remember here is the government which is actually enacting the Indian Independence Act. So you can also remember with the 1947 with the year, and which is actually different from all the years. So 11 July 1947. So where was the Hindu Mahasabha established in 1915? A option Haridwar, B Dwarka, C Ayodhya, D Banaras. So the Hindu Mahasabha established in the 1915 is Haridwar. Now railway workers in South India went on strike in 1946. What you need to remember here is the railway workers which is actually on the strike in 1946. So the strike word you can remember, and which is actually in the month of, the options were July, June, October, August. So the answer is August. Coming to the next question, who presided over the Banaras session of the Congress? C.R. Das, Gokhale, Ras Bihari Bose. D option is Firozi Shah Mehta. So you can remember here is that Gopal Krishna Gokhale, he is actually presiding the Banaras session of the Congress. Coming to the next question, Chandrasekhar Azad was killed at the Dash Park in Allahabad. So in which park the Chandrasekhar Azad was got killed? So going with the options, first is Alfred, B Corbett, C Noble, D Shalimar. So the answer is Alfred Park in Allahabad. Coming to this 22nd question, India Today was considered as an authoritative work. A Marxist, B Nationalist, C Subaltern, D English. So the India Today which was considered as an authoritative work is for the Marxist. Coming to the 23rd question, who defines communalism as the belief that because a group of people follow a particular region, they have as a result common social, political, and economic interest? Going with the option A. Bipin Chandra, B. Irfan Habib, C. Marx, D. William Logan. So the answer is A. Bipin Chandra. And what you can remember, the belief that because a group of people follow a particular region. So he defines the communalism on the group of people for the particular region. So Bipin Chandra is the answer. Going with the next question, who was the first Governor General of Bengal? Lord Clive, Lord Warren Hastings, Lord Cornwallis, Lord John Shore. So the answer is Lord Warren Hastings. Coming to the last question, so the first printing press in India was set up by Portuguese, Dutch, French, and English. So the correct answer, which you can actually remember with the first printing press, is the Portuguese. So friends, these were the questions which you can actually remember, and these questions are most repetitive question which is actually coming to the history, and we will also post the next part of the modern history. So please stay tuned, and if you haven't subscribed for our channel, you can subscribe on the bell icon and also like our video so that you can also get a notification for the next video. And stay tuned for the modern history part 2. Thank you.